Hello, there we go again. Our next game is going to be the Skytear Draftear Booster Draftear League final between GameSlayer and Pythoner. So welcome back to the official Skytear YouTube channel. And yeah, this time it's a two-lane game. We are having a look right now on the team that Pythoner is bringing here. The victory conditions are Onslaught, Obstinacy, and the Tamers, so hopefully this time we're going to see a bloody game, not like a few minutes ago with Ricardo, who just uh, let us know that he likes more destroying Nexus than killing heroes. So having a look here at Pythoner's deck, who lost the coin toss and GameSlayer did choose to go second, so Python is bringing his silent ambassador, and he is going to be the first player having the advantage of the Skytear Flux. He is bringing a quite obvious yellow main deck, so with Akuti, Shafati, Setheru, and Haburat. Very aggressive setup, plus lane defense, obviously, with a Miyuki as a red hero and Komaya as well. So curious how this is going to end. Jumping over, hopefully. Yeah, jumping over to GameSlayer's deck. He's bringing in quite a green-red deck somehow. So the Yami and Ishitos combination is here on the field actively with Hogosai and Kichi and as well Trakali. And the last hero in his setup is Forhild. So I'm quite curious how he's going to make use of this in this setup. So I'll just PM Pythoner, give me a second so that they can start the draft, please. Okay, chat. So if there are any suggestions, questions, or whatever, please let me know. I'm going to be a bit solo here. So no worries, you're going to be provided the content, but yes, might be the case that I missed something. So please feel free to ask. Let me see if I can. Yeah, okay. Looks like they are starting to draft. Hopefully. Yeah. Okay. First hero on Pythoner's side is Citero. And he didn't even put Citero on board, and already Yami and Ishatosk are heading for GameSlayer to be on the other side of the board. So Citero being placed in the middle front of the Nexus, right adjacent to the dome. Yami and Ishatos are going to contest lane number 1. There's going to be the counter by Akuti on Pythoner's side. This is, yeah, really a yellow hard counter. So Shafati is going to be hero number 3 on Pythoner's draft, and he is joining lane number 1. Is he or isn't he? This is now the big question. After the draft, I'm going to try to give you a small roundup of the 2 decks that both players were able to draft during the event. So Python is still undecided if he's going to place Shafati on the side of lane number 2 or if Shafati is going to join the team on the right side. Yeah, before the stream started, Python was quite happy, was talking to me, and he was quite happy about his possibilities during the draft. So he seems to be happy with his deck that he was able to draft, and therefore had quite some success in this league. So he finally decided that Shafati is going to join the team on lane number 1. So maybe GameSlayer is going to answer this by putting or drafting a hero close to the dome, or might he be going to lane number 2? I don't know. We'll see in a couple of seconds. Yeah, Aji, I hope that there's going to be violence as well. Yeah. This is Eric, as you mentioned in the chat. GameSlayer is in the June Invitational, as he won one of the World Qualifiers. And Pythoner just barely missed getting into the top 8 because of the points, I think. Yeah, this is quite some close measuring there in the finishing line. So I'm curious what you guys are going to think about our June Invitational, as this is quite a special event. And yeah, so GameSlayer is still thinking about which hero is being the most, or could provide the most value here in the setup. I mean, Yami and Ishatosk was quite offensive. He nearly drew them or drafted them before even Pythona had drafted his Setheru. So this is going to be the combination that you start with. But yeah, we're going to switch head over to GameSlayer again. So left for GameSlayer are Tlakali, Hogosai, Kichi, and Forhild. So Kichi and Hogosai could provide another or more aggressive potential, for example. Takali could be, or I assume is going to be on the defensive and lane control side for him, so I think he might go for somehow a Kichi combination, for example, could make sense. I can imagine that he has some yellow direct damage cards with him. Okay, hovering over Forhild. Okay, but we are going to draft Forhild and Kichi. Okay, then I was at least close with my prediction. So Kichi is going close to the dome onto lane number 1. No, he isn't. Yes, he is. No, he isn't. We are going to change all the stuff another time just to let me stay uncomfortable. Wow, thanks, guys. Okay, finally decided on his setup. So Forhild is staying more on the lane 1 side, but close to the dome. And yeah, she can provide some severe damage with a 3+2 flip. So now curious which hero Python is going to draft last. Miyuki could come in handy, but she would be the only hero that is able to mark enemy heroes. I mean, Haburot could be the most... Okay, there goes. Haburot could be the most obvious decision to pick him. Then I'm going to switch over and have a look at the decks. Okay, this deck didn't work. Okay. So we are going to have a look at GameSlayer's deck. He's bringing Yami, Ishatosk, Kichi, and Forhild. So this means that he's going to have an average modifier of 1.5, an average mana of 1.69. He's going to bring 1, 2, 3, 4, all the colors plus some of the neutral cards. Having around 7, he's going to have 7 3-mana cards, which could be interesting for a dome control, for example, to get the Tamer kill somehow in. So we see Arena of Flames, Biding Time, Combustion, Crawling Darkness, Ice Wall, Migraine, Psychic Shield, Psychic Vampirism, Reclaim Life, Release the Spirits, Repost, Shield Slam, Sinkhole, 2 times Skytear Drain, Salt Scream, Storm Barricade, Time Glitch, Triumph of the Light, Triumph of the Wild, Bureau Rights, Unfamiliar Terrain. This is, because of the drafting format, a quite heterogeneous deck, let's say. Not prioritizing any of the colors. So on Python's side, we see Akuti, Shafati, Setero, and Haburat. So there's going to be a 1.13 average modifier for Pythoner, a 1.96 average mana. He's going to bring 9 3-mana cards. He's having only 3 different colors, mainly yellow, a bit of blue, and a lot of red. I'm just going to zoom out here. The Arena of Flames. Arena of Flames is being discarded by Pythoner on his side. Okay, no discards on GameSlayer's side until now. Back to Pythoner's deck. He is bringing Arena of Flames one time. That went on the discard pile. Clear Mind, Combustion, Provoke the Beast, Purge and Purify. There goes the Strike Terror. We see Quick Shot on Python's deck, Reef, Redirect, Release the Spirits, Shardstorm, Shatter Mind, Smelt Armor, Salt Scream, Sudden Distraction, Twist of Souls, Whisper of Nupton. Okay. Okay, the discard, at least one of the discards is, for GameSlayer, is Skytear Drain. So he's not going to make use of it. Yeah, hello Giacomo, hello Michael. Nice to see you. Yeah, all 4 factions represented. That's true. And yeah, I think it's an interesting combo on GameSlayer's side. I see he's bringing all the colors in his deck. Yeah, and let's say Python's deck on his side is more, let's say, a mono deck, monodoptin deck. We see Shafati activating first, putting down his warship, a skirmish opening. This is nothing unusual, predicting a card. And where are you going to move, Pythoner, with your Shafati? Inside the dome, maybe? The Tamer is a thing, but moving there with Shafati, even with his 18 HP, he's quite a nice target to get killed, and could be one of the points on Onslaught, or even for a Tamer, preparation kill or something like that. So I don't expect any of the players to go for a Nexus kill, really. This time I'm really hoping for blood, so let's see what is going to happen. Yeah, Michael, it's as you said, a 3-way alliance versus Nupton. Yeah. Yeah, we are going to see Forhild activating on GameSlayer's side. So she's going to move inside the dome, I assume. Yeah, there she goes. Attacking Shafati, they're going to be the first points against enter +3 on that flip. You like to see that on a flip, on an attack against an enemy hero and a warship. So as a blue hero, she actually is going to shapeshift herself, I assume. Okay, yeah, there it's on the displayed on the overlay. So Forhild is staying inside the dome and she can't be targeted. This is always a bummer. So you have difficulties in attacking her. You can't skirmish her if you don't have anything in hand to remove that shapeshift. what's coming next? What might Python be doing? I mean, an obvious part could be going with Akuti, so that she can somehow provide armor to her heroes, to the heroes on Python's side, because this is really important. You've got Kichi on the other side who deals piercing damage, but the rest of the enemy heroes, so Forhild, Ishatusk, or Yami, won't do that. So you can at least get rid of one of the damage dealt. And that could be the important part in this game, where 3 of the victory conditions, or 3 flipped victory conditions, are important for have the main focus on heroes. Yeah, release the spirits or purge and purify is the only way. Yeah, yeah, purge and purify is an AOE. We can just put that on screen, for example. Purge and purify is an option on Python's deck. Give me a second. There we go with Purge and Purify. Problem here is actually that it's a 2-mana card. So you will need, or you might need to flux, to use the flux during round number 1 to be able to cast it. Yeah. Yeah, but you would need to use the flux, right? So okay, let's see if I can adjust this in the background. There you go. No, I think the flux is too valuable to use it only for Purge and Purify in round 1. I think it could be more valuable to use it for a presence or something like that, but I don't remember having having seen presence in his deck, so I think he might use other abilities. So Akuti is going to activate for Pythona. She's going to skirmish, throwing away a +0, worshipping to place her illusion, which in that position I think is not the best position. You could put the illusion closer to the dome. 1 hex up. Yeah, there you go. This could be nice because you then have Shafati projected. Yeah, not worth it. Yeah, I don't remember Time Warp nor Presence being in his deck, but I'm going to have a look. Give me a second. So Akuti is placing the illusion right next to her. She's going to flip for a minion, attack a minion on the far side, and flipping a +3, if I saw this correctly, on the 1+ trigger. So what do we have here? No, we don't have presence. And we don't have, what was the other suggestion? Time warp. No. Those aren't options, but we have 2 redirects in deck. This can come in handy. Even in turn 1, this could come in handy, but redirect possible if there is any to redirect to. This is a big question. So you don't have any illusions in the dome, then you can't redirect to the illusion. This is not going to work as supposed, maybe. Double plus threes, yes. Yeah, Fault is going to be annoying in the dome as she can't be targeted right now. So yeah. Those are super dead minions. They, let's say, literally exploded. So what did happen in the Discord? So let's see, what could be the next best thing? What could GameSlayer be doing? The problem here is, yeah. Eric, I did see the message, just the first 3 words, and I say, like, yes, I think that's going to work on my side. Because generally, the time that Skytear Sunday is going to happen here in Germany, at least, it's time for dinner. And that some family members might disagree with those starting times is obvious. I won't name anyone, be sure. So, what does the chat think? Maybe he's AFK. Who's AFK? GameSlayer? I don't think so. I think he is streaming at the same time, or at least recording his game. So he might be recording his advices or his thoughts on stream. Okay, Yami is going to activate. She's going to move close to the minions. Then a skirmish with target Akuti. There you go for the flip. +2 flips, so 1 HP loss. Bam Giacomo as always, yeah. Then triggering the skill against the minion, and we see a dead minion. There goes a warship. Warshipping on Shafati, actually, dealing 3 damage, -1 arm. No, -1 armor. Yeah, he's projected by the Akuti illusion. Yeah. So, actually, Shafati is down to 10 HP. We see, I think Shafati is going to be the primary target on Kichi's activation as well. So you might have a snowballing hero kill incoming. Let's see what is going to happen. So what could be Python's reaction here? I mean, Yami could be an interesting target as well. You don't have any good reaction cards on turn number 1. Here for Yami to avoid damage. So maybe that could be interesting to get Haborod's illusion put down, maybe, to provide a +1 damage. I'm not sure if that is worth an action point. Could be. I mean, you're close. It's only 1 hex that you're missing, and then you can easily get some damage against Yami. With a follow-up by Setero afterwards, maybe? So what's going to happen, guys? Who's going to activate next? Setero? Setero is going to activate next. Okay, let's see what Setero is doing with his activation. Okay, I got 3 messages and didn't see any. Wow, perfect. 2, 3. There you go, there you go, there you go. Okay. Setero, what are you going to do with your activation? He might put down the illusion to provide some extra damage for casting a card, but yeah, That will be the next question. Would you like to use a Skytear Flux for direct damage? Let's see if I can. Okay, we've got Shattermind. Too early for a Soul Scream. That's not much that we are providing here. It's only Shattermind, Shardstorm. We are bringing a Shardstorm. Okay, there goes Cetero's Illusion. What are you going to do with that, Pythoner? Worship a Skirmish, so he knows predicting another card, and looks like he discarded it. Inside the dome, attacking Yami, I assume. +3, so 6. Ooh, 6 damage. Yami is down to 12. And a Shattermind. So, Psychic Shield as reaction. I didn't see who did play it. I think Yami. But the Shattermind would have provided through the +1. Yeah, well, it's too small for me to see. Would have provided 4 damage instead of 3. But yeah, the Psychic Shield just counters that damage. Okay. So good idea, but didn't work out. Unfortunately. Predict is so good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, especially Eric, especially in this format, as you said, it's especially good. I think it provides even more value in this format, actually, than in other formats. Okay, so Ishatosk is going to activate on GameSlayer's side. He moved inside the dome. He's going to worship. This might be a good preparation for, yeah, for him in the next round. So 4-hit skill is triggering, and she's dealing 1 damage to Ceteru, as Ceteru is 4 hexes away from Akuti's illusion, therefore he isn't projected, and there's 1 damage dealt, and he loses 1 HP. And we see a lead from hand on Ishato's side. Okay. 4-hilt, where's 4-hilt? No, that's Shelavi, wrong hero. Where are my heroes? There's 0. So yeah, when a Frantic Pillar is placed or removed within 3 hexes, 4-hilt deals 1 damage to target enemy hero. And yeah, makes sense to use that. Fault has 20 HP now. Yeah, she shouldn't have 20 HP. I think it's just a misplacement, or the overlay did pick up a wrong value. So please ignore that. She is still at 13 HP. You can see her HP token right up underneath Obstinacy. So Haburat is going to activate on GameSlayer's side. He worshipped, placed his illusion right adjacent to Yami, skirmished into the dome, so you then can predict your next card, which can be really useful if you really want to deal severe damage. Haburat, where are you, my friend? No, wrong hero. There you go. +1 attack is really valuable. So what's he going to do? Are you going to attack? Are you going to lead? No, you're not. You're gambling. So you're going to attack. A +2, +1. So 7 damage. In total, Yami's down to 6 HP. Yep. And Kichi is going to activate as the last hero on GameSlayer's side. He's going to move inside the dome. I assume he's going to, yeah, he's going to worship. Makes total sense. You can now predict 3 cards. There we go with Kichi. Predict X +1, where X is the number of marked enemy heroes in line of sight. And now we've got Shafati and Haburat being marked, and they are both in line of sight of Kichi, so he can predict 3 cards. And yeah, curious. So he doesn't need to put down a predicted card for a lead because he led from hand on Ishatosk. And I think he might be going for an attack against Shafati, who's down to 10 HP. Oh, there goes the attack on Shafati declared. The flux is being flipped. I assume we are going to see a redirect. Is there a reaction on the flux? Maybe. On which hero would you react? Shafati himself. He's got 1 mana left. Haburat has got 1 mana left. So you've got a 50-50 chance. Yeah, there goes the redirect played by Shafati himself. Finally, one of my predictions was correct. Woohoo! And yeah, I think a flux and a redirect on turn number 1 is obviously really valuable. So you have choices. For example, you can redirect the attack onto one of the illusions. So maybe Haburat's illusion. No, it's Setharo's illusion. And there was a +3 flip. Wow. So he's still alive with 10 HP. No Doom being played. Yeah, I mean it would be a 50-50 chance. You Doom Haburat or you Doom Shafati, so yeah. It's still turn 1 RG. So that's the only redirect we are going to see. Okay, maybe they're calculating now. Okay, lane 1 resolved, calculated. Lane 1 control token has been pushed near the tower, so only 1 hex away. On lane number 1, lane number 2 is a draw, so nobody wins that, and therefore no one draws a card. 4 minions against 4 minions. Lane number 1, we see 3 minions on Python's side, 2 minions on GameSlayer's side. The winner of the outsider should be GameSlayer. Yeah, it's GameSlayer, obviously. He got 4 heroes inside the dome, plus a lead from hand, so this is the Silent Ambassador is going to be his prize. And I mean, oh, this is a nice one. You're going to change swap positions between Yami and Akuti, so therefore, after using the wormhole skill, you use the Stone Storm, I assume, and yeah, slow all 4 heroes, and you deal some damage. Sorry, I did miss the flip, but it should be at least 1 damage dealt to each of the heroes. No, Giacomo, I didn't blame you. It was Michael who wanted to blame you. I'm innocent. Yeah, Stone Storm all over the place, yeah. So you swap the positions between Yami and Akuti and you can Stone Storm all together. I think there's 1 action left. Thanks guys for not using the action buttons. I mean, that's too obvious. And attack. Attack against Shafati, so 4 damage. He's projected. So it would be, yeah, thanks. Okay, they're cleaning up. Going into round number 2. Yeah, Aji, totally agree. Yes, you doom one of the heroes and then still the other hero is able to cast the redirect as only the Skytear Flux has been announced, let's say, to be cast. And yeah. Okay. So Pythoner might somehow go for a bit of a tower damage or maybe a Nexus. But therefore you need to go outside into the lane, and this is quite difficult with a slowed Akuti. If Giacomo gets the blame for Michael coming back, that's a super win. Yeah, agreed. He was part of the reason. Okay. This is those are the stories that really make the community incredibly interesting and enjoyable. That's the reason why I'm sitting here and trying to provide you this content here. So keep that on going, please, gentlemen and ladies. We are going to see a Shafati activation. He's going to skirmish and therefore can predict. Okay, the overlay is showing round number 1. We are, of course, in round number 2, but as I'm only grayed out, I can't do anything here. So, yeah, it is what it is. A +0 on the flip against Kichi. That's unfortunate after predicting. And you're going to swap positions. Okay, that's fine. I don't know if it would have made more sense to swap other positions. Okay, you're going to attack Yami and bringing her down to 3 HP. That's totally fine. And a Shadow Mind. There you go. Kill Yami. Sorry, RG, but your queen is dead. Really sorry. There goes the funeral for Yami. At least we can party. And the first point on Pythoner's side for onslaught. So this could probably snowball. Let's see what is going to happen then. So we saw skirmish and attack. Elite wouldn't make any sense here actually. You could move at least 1 hex to be inside the control token. Yeah, just move 1 hex, but then you're outside a bush, and therefore you could be an easy target. You don't want that. So that was the second Shattermind that we saw. And that's his last Shattermind on Python's side. Yeah, that's a GIF. That's a GIF. Yeah, I'm using it without the sound because I don't know what YouTube is going to do if we play sounds, let's say. Oh, some sounds. So I don't want those videos to be banned somehow, so we have to figure that out still. Oh, Parthener is declaring a move. So are you going to get closer to the control token? Oh, you get back into the dome. Are you sure? You've got a 6 HP Shafati. Who's going to die easily? Ah, I don't like that idea. Really? I'm not a fan of this. I mean, you're getting in there and you now are an obvious target. It might just be a forehill activation and then you're gone, Shafati. Yeah, I'm still not sure how to handle the sound problems, let's say, or sound questions. We can remove Shattermind, maybe. Why would we want to do that? Yeah, I did remove it. Yeah, Eric, I agree. I want blood, but I don't want Yami to die. Make up your mind, Ed. Yeah. Okay, so GameSlayer now has only 3 heroes for his activation. There goes Forhild. I think his main target is to get Shafati. Oh no, I'm totally wrong. He is going to skirmish against Setero. Okay. +2. And then move closer. Yeah, I mean, you just block Haburat and Akuti. There goes the attack against Setero and not against Shafati. Yeah, okay. This might bring both heroes into a card killing range. This is interesting. Python are thinking about a reaction, maybe. Setero still has 2 mana left, so there could be another redirect, as he's bringing 2 redirects in his deck. A lucky guy. Yeah, I'm going to switch this here. Whoop. There you go. Yeah, there we go with the redirect. Kuti is playing the redirect. So, where is he going to redirect? Okay, onto the Shafati illusion. Bye-bye illusion. That would have dealt 5 damage, if I count correctly. Yeah, no near-death experience for Setero, and at the end of the activation we see another warship. So, Forhild going to be untargetable again. Again and again and again. So I just put redirect on screen again for you guys to know what has happened. Target an effect on a stack played by target hero. Change a target of the effect on a new legal target. Okay, we see a release the spirits played by Shafati. I assume through the AoE he's going to hit Forehild, and therefore Forehild can become an interesting target here. Release the spirits. Okay, looks like they're going to prepare to use the AoE tokens, which would be really nice. Release the spirits, one mana reaction card. Remove all conditions from each hero hit. Those heroes cannot gain conditions. Skirmish with target Forehild. A +2. There you go. Do you want to move close to Ishatosk or Kichi? Or do you want to move? Oh, no, you can't. You can. Okay. With the release the spirits, Python did remove all the negative conditions from his heroes as well. So after skirmishing and attacking against Forehild, I assume, Scythera would be able to move into lane number 1 if he liked to. Yeah, board game logic. That's totally true. So yes, she is transformed into, I don't remember what the animal was called, but yeah. Okay, we see a Shardstorm. Come on. What's that? Who's going to play Shardstorm? Well, Pythona is, because it's inside his deck and he knows how to make use of it. Shardstorm deals 2 piercing damage to target adjacent hero and each enemy hero adjacent to them. Okay. So that could have been an interesting card as well against Ishatosk, for example, as it's dealing 2 piercing damage. But it's valuable on Foiled as well. She's down to 6 HP, so I can see the snowball coming in. And he's going to lead from deck with Thetero. A ferret. Yeah, thanks, Michael. That was the animal I was looking for, ferret. Yeah, but still she's occupying a whole hex, an entire hex. That's game logic. I'm totally fine with that, to be honest. So, chat, what are your predictions? How is this game going to end? I think we are going to see an onslaught on Pythoner's side here. I think Forehild might be the next hero to fall for GameSlayer, so this is going to be really a snowballing effect now. I can't remember GameSlayer having any cards that provide Forehild with a shapeshift. The only way to damage her would have been to step on her. Ferret token. Yeah, Giacomo. Now we finally found a reason to blame you another time. But those are really funny ideas. I can imagine someone in the community provide us with individual ferret tokens. This could be it. Could be a prize, worth a prize, let's say, or being a prize on a tournament or something. Yeah. So, chat, what do you think? I think Python is going to win this. I don't know if it's going to happen already in turn number 2. I can see Forhill being dead by the end of round 2. Um, and then it's only one hero kill away from the onslaught victory. And even having pressure on turret number 1. This is interesting. This is quite interesting. Okay, Ishatosk is going to activate on GameSlayer's side. He is skirmishing, going to skirmish with target Haburat. Okay, flipping a +1, and yeah, it's 1 HP loss. Now he's going to worship. Oh yeah, now you're going to take Forhild on a drive, let's say, taxi drive. Oh, still inside the dome, but yeah, okay, but with line of sight. So I think the removal and the placing of the pillar happened first before even they move. So yeah. Then we saw an attack on Shafati. Yeah. Okay, 1 damage. Okay. So Kichi could kill Shafati, but I imagine Forhill being the target now, obviously for Pythoner. So he can now move. This is going to work. He could have maybe blocked the positioning. If GameSlayer did position Forhild and Ishatosk vice versa, then I think you can block Haburat from dealing damage on Forhild. I think that would have been the better way. Or he is going to do this to provoke whatever. Okay, he's going even to worship to maximize his damage output. You can still flip a +0 and therefore, okay, there goes the attack. And there goes a repost. Boom. Repost. Okay. A repost and a smelt armor. Yeah, so the repost doesn't really matter. Forhill is dead. We did see a +2 and a -1 flip. So what did happen? Repost. I'm going to put this on screen. Where do we have to repost? Those are cards that we don't see being played very often, so the caster gets +2 armor, deal 1 damage to target adjacent minion. So there is no target adjacent minion, but it still would provide the +2 armor. And the countering card on Python's side here was smelt armor. Smelt armor, where are you? I need a bigger stream deck. Target enemy hero gets -2 armor. So this didn't help. And as he flipped the +2, that provided more than enough damage. Okay, we see a biding time being played by Kichis, so he can predict 2 cards before whatever he's going to do. Okay, +2 being discarded. If I see this correctly, Kichi is going to attack Shafati. Why did you discard a +2? Okay. Another +2 flipped, so Shafati is dead. We have got a lot of funeral going on here. Okay, it's 2 points on Onslaught for Pythoner, 1 point for GameSlayer. Still, the hero advantage being on Pythoner's side here, obviously. As he is still with 3 heroes and GameSlayer is only with 2 heroes. Still, Kichi is active. He did only use one of his action points, which was an attack to finally kill Shafati. Then declaring a skirmish against Sethero, flipping a 0, and a lead from hand. So 1, 2, okay. I mean, Pythoner could gamble. He could just put some pressure outside the dome with Akuti, but I don't think that you want to do it. I don't remember if the leading card by Sethero was a predicted one. I don't think so. So you need to stay with Akuti in the dome if you want to get the... Okay. And he is stepping onto control token number 3. So staying inside the dome, attacking Kichi. Dealing 3 damage. Kichi is now down to 11, and he's going to lead as well from... You need to lead from hand to be sure to win this dome. And there we see a lead from hand. Okay. There we see the lead from hand. So Python is going to win by 1 on lane number 1. They are both spawning minions, and yeah, nothing is going to happen on lane number 2. So 2 minions for both of them. It's a draw, and the dome is going to be on for Pythoner. So Silent Ambassador is going to be in play again for Pythoner, and yeah, this is the place to go, the place to be. Maybe. Do you want to have it like this? Do you want to change something? Do you want to swap positions? I mean, he could have, yeah, just stay there, swap positions with Kichi, for example, and then you place do it like GameSlayer did it before. You place the Stone Storm, and then you do the attack on Kichi. Yeah, just swap positions. Okay. What are we going for? Because in this constellation, you can't put the Stone Storm AoE on both enemy heroes. I would have thought about repositioning them somehow so that it's possible to Stone Storm both of them. No, he's going to attack Kichi. Kichi is down to 7. Stone Storm Kichi, maybe? So we are going to put the outsider here. Outsider. Silent Ambassador. Outsider number 3. Yeah, place the AoE. So it's 2 damage and a slow for Kichi. It does only hit Kichi. And then you still have the option to predict your next 2 cards then. This could be interesting somehow. I mean, especially in this format, as Eric mentioned before. Oh no, he's going to swap positions between Akuti and Kichi. So you don't want him to run away, right? This is your prey, the prey that you're going for, Pythona. This is, let's say, your victory condition, actually. He's at 5 HP. He's going to die next round. Yeah, we just ignore the biting time. Both players are going to clean up and going to draw 2 cards. So GameSlayer is at 7 cards with a slight advantage in cards. Python is at 6 cards in hand, but with yeah, now they are equal in heroes, so 3 heroes on both sides. Yami is on board, and as always, can be a big threat. Python is going to activate first here in round number 3. I didn't see the chat answer one of my questions, so what is your prediction, chat? How's this going to end? Do you also think that Python is going to end this with a Kichi kill now in round number 3, or are we going to see maybe Kichi's ultimate to heal him back up? What is going to happen? What do you think? I think this is going to end here in round number 3, and I think Python might make the race here. Yeah, even a sinkhole is difficult to get the win here, I think, because Kichi is now right in the middle of the dome, and yeah, you could sinkhole maybe Habarat away. But you might want to make sure that Kichi dies, so you want to take Cetero, for example, place this illusion, do the attack, and give a final blow with a card if needed. So we see, instead of that, we see Haborat going to be active, worshipping and placing his illusion. Yeah, where do you want it? That seems to be a good spot. Then he's going to attack, which would be a 5+2 flip, and there goes the ice wall. Thanks to Ishatosk bringing an ice wall in play here. So Kichi can't be targeted. Oof. Okay, forget about Cinco, just ice wall. There you go. Each hero hit cannot be targeted. Yo. Blade of Lightning. Also an option, yeah. Oh yeah, ice wall. Yep. There's no sinkhole, there's an ice wall. Salt Scream. Boom. Salt Scream is an action card, so I assume that what is going to happen? Release the spirits by Yami. Okay, guys, what is going to happen? So we did see the Salt Scream. I assume that the stack was empty. The attack couldn't be resolved. So come on, guys, you leave me hanging here somehow. Okay, how about they are pinging something? I'm not sure what they are doing. So, what? How can release the spirits help here? I'm not sure. So, Blade of Lightning would have been a kill with a +1 or better. So, Salt Scream is Then a 5+ damage to each. Yeah, okay. If you then play, then it's a dead Kichi, I assume. I assume this could be game then, if Haburat is playing Soul Scream. Did I understand this correctly? Maybe. I'll just head over to them and ask them. Hello, guys. Hello, guys.
Hey,
hello.
Is this game? I didn't really follow this. Or I didn't.
Yeah, no. I died to Soul Scream.
Okay, so you did play the Ice Wall as a reaction on the attack, right? So the attack did fizzle.
So the attack didn't happen.
Yeah, okay, and
then I cast Soul Scream.
Yep. Okay, stack was empty and you cast. Okay, and you flipped it too. Okay.
I mean, both of us played this game pretty badly. I'll be honest. But...
throughout the entire game, I was like, I'm going to do this. Wait, that illusion isn't on the field. Like the entire game.
Yeah. He didn't redirect to the outsider, which was a big mistake.
Yeah, that too.
But then it is kind of annoying in that we weren't on the same table, right, when we were making our decks. And as a result, like he had a lot of the cards that I knew couldn't be on the table from my own game. Right, he had the double redirect. He had the Soul Screams. He had the releases. I also have the Soul Screams and the releases.
Yeah, of course.
So,
I somehow managed to get double Soul Scream, double redirect, double Shattermind, double Provoke the Beast, one Release the Spirits, double Strike Terror. It's like, the first set of those was like, how did I get all
my
of
deck's
these?
really good. It's got a Sinkhole and a Soul Scream in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just going there the entire draft being like, is literally no one else in yellow?
There was so many people in yellow on my table, man.
Yeah.
You would not have been allowed this. But yeah, when I had the Ixotosk with the Vorhild, like obviously I could have saved Vorhild and put it there, but like I felt I needed to hit the Shfathi because I needed to kill the Shfathi, and then I could have placed the pillar literally anywhere else and I'd been fine. But I placed it on the tile that I wanted to stone barricade.
Oh yes, yeah, I was thinking about it. That option.
Yeah, so all I do is not place the pillar exactly there, but I placed it exactly there. If I placed it anywhere else, it would have been fine because then I could stone barricade and Habarat can't kill me that round, and then it's tie, and then he's probably not killing 2 heroes on the first round, and then yeah. I'm gonna get in my Soul Scream Psychic Vampirism, and it would have been great.
Yep.
Yeah, wow. GG. It was really interesting, and I hope I could follow every move that you made and every decision, more or less, so that the viewers were able to follow what was happening here. And I think this format is really interesting, so that you draft this complete deck and try to make the best out of it somehow. And sometimes you get lucky by being able to draft certain card constellations, and sometimes you bring just a rainbow card deck like GameSlayer did.
Apparently you had a really, really generous table.
Yeah, with all the yellow and some of the
4 yellow heroes and all of those cards.
Yeah, no, I got the 4 yellow heroes, and I'm like, I guess no one else is in yellow. And then I still got all the yellow cards. And it's like, these cards are good, even if you're running like blue, yellow, or red, yellow. It's like, what? Like, just like redirect. Like, is just insane. And no one else took it?
Yeah, having it twice.
I breathed such a sigh of relief when I saw that first redirect on the table. It's like, he's used his Flux for a redirect. Don't have to worry about that anymore. It's going to be fine.
And then
I guess I don't remember how many of the cards that I got were things that I opened in my packs, but I can't have opened like all of the redirects and Soul Screams and Shatterminds. It's like, that's just not possible.
I did make a risky play with the Vorhild moving it forward with that whole can't be targeted, and then that backfired, but yeah.
I was very lucky to get the Release the Spirits. I hadn't realized that the one other out I had against Vorhild was the Purge and Purify, but we saw that get flipped early on, and you were like, "Oh, that's a way to get it, deal with Vorhild." I was like, "Oh, I completely forgot about that." But yes, now that it's gone, that's a way I could have potentially drawn. But fortunately, I did draw release for round 2. That was very key, I think.
Well, yeah, suddenly Vorhild goes from the tankiest member of my team to a liability.
yeah, exactly.
And I was just in a very awkward situation where I needed to attack the Shafathi, but I couldn't have Ixatos bring her back unless I left the space open. I'm like, that's fine, a stone barricade. Nope, don't have a stone barricade. Can't stone barricade because I put the pillar in the bottom.
I was honestly wondering if you were going to throw Vorhild out of the dome to make it more awkward, because if you put her out of the dome, she's both contributing to the lane, and then if I go after her, it makes it harder for me to also potentially win the dome as well if I'm having to waste a bunch of actions to get out.
Absolutely. If I hadn't had stone barricade, that's what I would have done. I would have popped straight out of the dome, real easy. But because Ixatos makes you safe like that. But no, I had the stone barricade, and then I actually didn't. It was literally the worst thing I could have top placed in that pillar. Right?
Yeah.
Because if she's out there, then you have to send a guy out there, and that means it's a 2v3, and I'm killing Shafathi, which means it's a draw in there anyway.
Yeah.
You might kill the towers, but like, who cares? I had so many ways, even after the release of Spirits, I had so many ways of not letting you win the dome round 2, and then I just didn't get that to happen. You gave me dome round 1, and I thought that was a significant mistake, but it did not snowball, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I was probably maybe a little bit too worried about, like, I didn't want to lose the lane. I wanted to. So the part was I wanted to not go with Habrat or Setheru second, which meant I wanted to go with Akudi, but then it's like, no matter who I went with, if I go into the dome, I don't do anything because I've already led with Shafathi, and I didn't have anyone to attack with Akudi to even get the minion kill out of it. If I were able to attack with someone, I would have definitely put her in the dome and just got in the one minion kill, and I would have thought that would be good enough. But it was definitely awkward because, like, well, I can send one of my 2 heroes that can deal a lot of damage, or I can send Akudi, but no matter who I send, they're literally just moving into the dome, and that's basically their entire turn. I guess getting out their illusion, but like, it just felt super awkward. So the sending Vorhild up there, again, it's definitely a bit of a risk in the face of like Release the Spirits, but it definitely for that first turn, it made my life incredibly awkward.
Okay, thanks guys. Really enjoyable game. Congratulations, Pythoner, and have a nice evening, guys. See you soon back here on the official Skytear YouTube channel. Bye bye.